Hey, hopefully this works. This is my third attempt. First one I thought I got perfect, and the microphone button wasn't on. So we're gonna try this again. Um, I am recording this because I wrote something out that I think is worthy of being heard, and it was for the section where you could write something about like your Stan's story or whatnot. I didn't realize there was only so many characters or letters you could put in. So I'm going to put this in for my video. And then I'm really hoping in the part where I could have written whatever my story was, I'm going to put a YouTube link. What that YouTube link is the video that I actually created to go in the video spot of like all of the stuff I have and just like adventures that I've taken and all of that important stuff that I think should be seen because it's really cool and I want to share it. And it was just too big of a file, I guess, to drop into the video spot. So I figured out how to put it into a YouTube video, and I'm really hoping that it can get viewed by you guys, even if it's nobody else in the world. I just really think you get a kick out of it, and Marshall probably laugh his ass off because it's pretty funny in spots. And me and my best friend Steve, like, we go all over and just check it out, please. I'm going to put the link in there. All right, so let me get going on my letter before I run out of video space because I literally do not know how much I got. And I'm probably going to cut some of this out because I don't want to cry, and also I don't think I got time. First of all, my name is Erica Jenks. 34 years old, live in Wyandotte, Michigan right now. I teach special education down the road at Joe Brighton Skills Center. So a little bit about me there. All right, hopping into my letter. So I've thought about what I would say a million times over in my head if I were ever have a chance to tell you, like Marshall, how you've influenced my life and like me as a person. So I'm gonna do my best now to try to get that on paper or now verbally out. So bear with me. For years and years, probably since I was approaching or like almost 10 years old, that's when I first found Eminem. I think like I was at my next door neighbor's house with her, and we broke into her brother's bedroom. We found a CD. I took it. I took my older sister's CD player, the anti-shock one, of course, for the bus ride, and listened to it. And from that moment on, like shit was on, right? Um, there was something that happened to me like that I hadn't felt before. I listened to that, like listening to the album, the lyrics. I felt like I wasn't alone. Like, even though in reality, a lot of the time, like, both, like, mentally and physically to a degree, like, I didn't feel alone. And writing this is going to be exhausting, a little bit emotional again, sorry. And, like I said, that video is way funnier if you need, like, a palate cleanser after for humor. Um, Literally all of the shit that's in the video, too, might make me look crazy and like psycho because I have a lot of stuff I've collected over many, many years. But I do it because it makes me happy, and it might be why I rent my house still and don't own one. So maybe I need some financial advice, but that's here or there, right? So, anyways, I don't want to get into like a huge, great deal publicly, like in order to keep my family and like, yes, like even my mother safe and like respected and ensure, my family's personal well being. Like, I don't want it being fucked up because of me like sharing too much, but I'll say like there's been a lot of trauma in the past. And as we know, like in Bond over, from what I can tell from music and what's got me. The past stays with us in like many more ways than we wish to carry. Um, that I'll just say I started out at that very, very young age feeling that extreme sense of connection to Eminem, Marshall, like younger than I should have been, probably listening to the CDs. But if you really think about it, it's like, why would I connect if I wasn't going through that shit too? So like age, I don't think matters in certain factors. Like if you're feeling something and you feel that somebody else is going through that and you don't feel alone, then fuck it, right? Um, I really, I don't know. I feel like Marshall could get away with saying like "fuck you" and "fuck this" and "I'm gonna burn your fucking house down" and all this shit when I was feeling it. But like obviously I couldn't say it, or else shit would get worse. So it was just this outlet. Um, when things changed in my family and like shit hit the fan, I was the oldest of my three younger sisters. Like I had to figure out how to take care of them. I have an older sister and she's amazing, but she had gone off to college and like good for her like that. I'm glad that she got out and didn't have to see this. Not that she did not see shit before going, but like I was very young and had to figure out how to deal with my mother who has like extreme addiction, alcoholic and mental illness that she's sick and like you can't fix it, like you can't change it. It is just what it is. But trying to help out your younger siblings, that's a hard one. And that's something else that like I found over the years through lyrics, like, oh my god, you went through that shit too in a way, I just felt like that weight that I didn't know how to carry at that young age, and I had to learn how to do that very quickly. And I did do it because I needed to protect, my siblings and like make sure they're good. And as much as that was tough and like fucked up, probably like I wouldn't change it because it made me who I am. Only thing I would change is like if any of it lingered with my sisters, like the aftermath and them thoughts or whatever. And I guess I got this really funny memory. It's probably gonna take up too much video space. Basically, I'm gonna shorten it up. I wrote it out really funny, but I ain't got enough time. Basically, when Forgot About Dre was about to come out on TRL, like the music video drop or whatnot, I knew it was the day, and it was in January, I think, and it was cold out. The bus was taking too long to get us home, and I said, fuck this, and I hopped off a few stops down the road, and I ran my ass all the way back to my next door neighbor's house, because they had MTV, and I made it in time for that release, and I will be proud of that for the rest of my life, tromping through the snow, like back when we used to get for real snow. Anyways, so that's like still my favorite song. I know it's like a Dre song, but still I love it so much because I have like that connection with it. But anyways, I got my ass in big trouble for that. Bus driver was pissed off. So anyways, I'm gonna go back to this. Like over the years, like my life, life changes, life changed, and then a lot of shit happened, a lot of hard shit happened, and shit kept happening, and then it continued to happen. And the one constant like guarantee that I always had that would keep my head on straight was the music, like the words, the relatable rage and the pain and the humor and the wit and the sarcasm and the truth, all of that and all those amazing things and like the feelings are what I got from just like one dude, Marshall, one dude who wrote down his fucked up thoughts and like probably not knowing how many lives he was going to save, like literally save. And I won't get all weird and deep into the depression, deep shit, but I can say with 100%, 100% that if it wasn't for Marshall and his music, like I would not be walking around living today because when nobody else was there, when there was nothing else that I had, and when I just like didn't want to be around fucking anybody and everything was just the worst, and I had that, and it got me through. I wouldn't be here to be helping and teaching the students I got, my adult students with disabilities that struggle every day to achieve things that to us would be so much more simple. Like, I wouldn't be able to be here to do that if I didn't have this one outlet that kept me up. So, like I said, I'm not going to get all crazy on this, but those kids teach me more than I could ever teach them, and it's because like they go through it tougher, and they fucking love Eminem, and they think they're a bigger fan than me, and like the whole classroom has all these inspirational like positive quotes from Eminem on the pictures, and in the video it shows my classroom and all this stuff, and it's pretty cool, and some of the kids. So I really did want to give up so much times, and like I got to that point where, like, there was that simple and straightforward truth that Marshall taught me, that Eminem taught me, like, and it comes down to, I could just, like, picture him saying, like, quit fucking feeling sorry for yourself. Like, yes, you got shit to deal with. Like, your life sucks and you want to burn every fucking house down, everybody down, and you just want to fucking, like, go psycho on it all, right? But guess what? Like, you're not the only one that's going through shit, right? You're not the only one that has fucked up life right now. And literally, all you gotta do is stop whining about shit, toughen your ass up, fucking get through it. And I learned to do that with, like, humor and crying and breaking shit and writing shit down and drawing shit and admitting that, like, life can suck, but it can be worth something, like, so much more if you try. And that's what I learned from him. And, you know, there's still so many days that I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like doing all this. It took me 13 years to get my degree to do this job I do. But the perseverance of that, the perseverance of my kids that got disabilities, and of Marshall, like, that shit has an impact on somebody deeper than any type of, like, fan thing, or it's just a deepness that's hard to describe. All right. And the first time I finally got to see Eminem Marshall, it was me and my best friend Steve. Um, he's in a video too. That's Rap Boy. Like, ask somebody about that. He, like, handcrafted this whole outfit. It's awesome. Anyways, we got the opportunity to get tickets to go to Los Angeles, first time ever there, and we watched Marshall get inducted into that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that's the first time I saw him in person. We had good seats too, and now I'm gonna be all emotional and stupid, but it's like it was real. Like, he was real. The guy that, like, fucking helped me through my life, that doesn't have a clue of who I am. And, like, I obviously don't know who him as a human individual, but he was, like, real and he was there, and it was crazy. And I was just so fucking proud of him that he got this opportunity to be honored for, like, everything he's done and been through in his life, and, like, seeing him walk up there to do his speech after he performed, which was fucking awesome. The performance was awesome. But watching him go up to that podium and pull out his little dumb grandpa glasses, which was really funny to me, and make his speech, I was just so happy for him in that moment, because it's something he worked so fucking hard for, and that's, like, the bottom line of all of everything that he kind of conveys. So now I'm being a crybaby, and I can tell I'm crying, and I'm trying not to, and it's stupid, but whatever. So basically, like, I think about it, and, like, he's a normal human being, right? And he been put in a position of this fame in this, like, godlike complex and everything, and it has to be irritating, and it's probably sucks you can't just go to a fucking Meijer and buy what you want to get or whatever, and, like, having to be, like, in solitude at times or whatever, and there's so much shit that probably comes with it. But what I really hope that he knows is that, um, like, through all that crappy stuff he deals with, that there are a shit ton of people that, like, really look up to him for his perseverance and his strength, and strive to do better themselves through his example of being at the bottom, rock bottom of it all, and coming back up. And that's why I respect him. And I just have always said that if I ever got a chance to say something to him, I would just want to say, like, thank you for, like, impacting my life. Like, thanks, dude. And then I wouldn't be weird, and then I'd walk away. And here I am crying a little bit, so that's dumb. But thank you for everything, and I love you, man. And thanks. Thank you.